let me give you a couple of real facts here before I get to this photo here. My first meeting with Stan Lee, I've told this story before, I think it's worth repeating. I'm a 16-year-old boy with, at this point, soft hopes of maybe getting into comic books. I'm a Canadian kid. I'm in Florida on a baseball camp. I was an athlete. We're coming back. We're gonna have to stay overnight at a hotel, and then we fly out back to Canada. There's a sign, and it says comic book convention down the hall. For some of us older people, there were a lot of comic book conventions like that. You went down the hall, and in one ballroom, that was the convention. I walked down, and there's a couple people there, and standing outside at his own table was Stan Lee. Now, at 16, I just got and started collecting comic books. The name Stan Lee was like the Pope to me, right? And no, it's true. Every comic book you bought from Marvel started with these words: Stan Lee presents. And in my mind, you just went, wow, he's touching all of these things. He's like this comic book god. He touches everything. So I sat there and went, wow, the Pope's here. There's a great with the hopes of it, I was always pestering people, asking them questions. And like I've said to Stan over and over, I go, you never remember this day, but it was so impactful. I asked him, I go, hey, Mr. Lee, do you mind, as he was signing, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? And without hesitating, and this is the piece that I don't think you remember, without hesitating, he grabbed an empty chair and he put it right next to himself. And he said, here, sit right here, fire away. And he let me sit next to him for 6 hours. And he didn't act like he was being bothered, or at least I was too young to actually. And I just peppered him, and he gave me sort of advice, and it was one of the seminal moments in my career where I went back home as a Canadian kid, because you think everything's happening in New York and LA, you're never going to be able to touch it. And I went, wow, he said that we can do it. They're now basically letting people live in different places, and you can do it. So that was my meeting of him that he would never know. Fast forward, I became friends with him once I started doing Spider-Man, that he was a joy and encouraged me to do all the things that some of the editors at Marvel said stop doing, that he basically said keep going. But this photo right here, go back to that photo right there. Again, it's a big moment. I had the pleasure of introducing Stan Lee when he got his Hollywood Walk of Fame star, right? So, the reason it was such a big deal for me, and I think for our industry, is it was the first time they acknowledged somebody in our industry, comic books, right? He broke the barrier to say that we're worthy enough to be on the same stage as all these names that we all grew up with in our country. So I had a relationship with Stan where, as he was getting older, his hearing was failing, and his eyesight was failing. And he goes, Todd, I can't really hear too much anymore, and I need somebody to be up on stage with me. So, can you come to this event? Can you come to this event? Can you come to this event? Because I can't hear what the fans are saying when they're asking questions. So, and I just need you to basically sort of reframe it, look to me so I can hear you, so they don't know that I can't hear. A couple years later, he got himself a hearing aid, goddammit. He was being a little vain at this point, because he's in his 80s, because it's like, how can I show him that at 80 I have to have a hearing aid? But I remember we did this one big thing. It was a Stan Lee. I mean, you guys know, you probably remember that. The Stan Lee panel. And I had to do this interpretation, this little commercial. And he couldn't hear me, because the microphone was messing with him. So what was happening on this big giant stage was that I was over here at the podium asking him the questions, and since he couldn't hear, within about 12 minutes he just started inching and next to me at the podium. I'm looking at the camera that's projecting just like right here, and it's a blank stage. Because they don't have the camera on me. So as I kept trying to say, Stan, you gotta get over there. There's nobody on camera, right? They're here for you, but I can't hear a damn thing, Todd. So I'm going, okay. Here's that moment, like I said, was special that he opened it up. There were a couple other times. All those times, let me just tell you, and to Marv's point, it is absolutely true, my experience. The Stan Lee on stage and off stage was the exact same man. It was not an act. Let me tell you that. It was genuine. If any of you had the luck to be able to meet him, it was completely genuine. The other genius of this man, the superpower I've said of this man, is that in 30 seconds, because he knew he had 1,000 people online, in 30 seconds he can make you feel special. I saw him dozens and dozens of times sitting next to him, make that 30 seconds as important to that person as he could possibly do. Because he knows if it didn't work, they would be dissatisfied. And then he had to do it again the next 30 seconds for the next person. And he did it with joy, right? So I can tell you personally, he got as much joy out of you as you got out of him. We would sit in the back room, the green room, whatever, before we go on the stage, and he would say these things to me, especially near the end of his life. He'd go, Todd, can you believe this? Can you believe what's happening right now? All these people, look at the smiles. Isn't this great? Isn't this great? Who would have thunk it? Right? Who would have thunk it? And you could just see the joy he had. He had two great joys, from my perspective, in his life. Being around people who like comics, and his wife, Joni. Those I don't know if we have it. Oh, there we go. So okay, here we are on stage. He was always bugging me. I would have to ask him one question, and he would just go, and I would be basically a shadow at that point. And he would say those things like, why is this ugly human being next to me? This guy's got no talent. Why am I spreading time here? So we had this little shtick that we would do, and it was great fun. Like I said, I ended up doing it over and over and over with him, and we had a lot of good with it. The thing that I know that he had his perfect life was he got to go to these conventions with joy. You guys gave him joy, and then at the end, he was kind of a private guy, I think, and then he would go home to his wife, right? And then, unfortunately, his wife died, right before the 70th anniversary. And for me, I could see the difference. And if there was an autopsy on Stanley, I think he died of a broken heart. He would say to me near the end, I wish I could be with Joan. I wish I could be with Joan. I can't see, I can't hear, my wife's not here, I wish I could be with Joan. So, because the two things he wanted to do was to go to the shows, he couldn't anymore. He couldn't. I had the honor to be on the stage for the very last time he was ever on stage in Phoenix, Arizona. And he lost that because he couldn't hear and see, it was gone. The conventions were taken away, and his wife was taken away. And that was the moment that I just want this man that was full of joy. I went, oh, and I wanted to encourage him to go and to keep going because I thought he'd go to 110, right? We all did. Yeah. But I'll give you the moment he surprised me the most. I was in the trailer with him one time and we were having a conversation and he would regale you with stories. The great thing about living to be 90 is you have hundreds of great stories, right? Everyone in his 1 hour panel could have gone 4. So I'll let him just throw a couple questions and he would tell all these stories. And I was sitting with him one time, and over time, a lot of kids here, because he was a gentleman. And he'd go, Tom, have I ever told you what I think the greatest word in the world is? The most useful, most valuable word in the world is? No, I don't think so. It's fuck. I had the same reaction. I sat there, and he went, let me tell you, now he's like a professor. He actually went into a thesis of this word. It is the most useful word. It can be a noun, and he gave me some examples. It can be a pronoun, it can be an example. It can be attached to something, and he went through all the examples using the word, and I went, wow. He's like, but I can't say it in front of the 8-year-old children. I said, okay, someday I will share this gift of that word to the world. But that was it. Like I said, I had a 30-year relationship with him, probably shorter than a lot of people up here, but I was there near the end. I think I was one of the few that was able to get access to him at the end, right? Because silly stuff was happening, and a lot of people didn't have access. So I had access to him. I just wanted to make sure that he was there. And I wrote in one of the last times I saw him, just before he died, that it was that what struck me at that moment was I was looking at a 94-year-old man. And up to that moment, I had never given him the grace to be old. I don't think most of us in this room. He was just the the bunny that was every bunny that was going to go on and on and on. And why? Because he did it up till 93. I was on stage with him. He had this power in him up to 93 that I go, wow, when I'm 60, if I have half that, I will be joyful. And he just gave us this false hope that he was going to go forever. And what we didn't get to do was to just say, he's 94, right? And so at the end, it was a great life. And here's the thing that I marvel too, and then I'll give it to somebody else. Who's the guy that starts their acting career at 88? Right? And so to John's point, he was quite proud of those cameos. And not only was he proud of them, thinking that you came just for him, he actually thought the Academy Award should have had a cameo at the beginning. Because he thought he would have won it for the last 10 years nonstop. It was a bit of a head scratcher for him. So he just liked to go out there and do all that, and like I said, has sort of his Robin to his Batman, to use a bad example to the competition. That I was there, sort of a 16-year-old kid, and I was there close to the time he took his last breath. But the guy was gracious, he was kind, he was a gentleman, and some of the criticism that I've heard from time to time from people who are trying to defend the artists that work for him, here's my perspective as an artist. He just had the unfortunate fate of outliving those gentlemen. And so have Jack Kirby and Dick Ayers and Don Heck and all these giants of our industry, Gil Kane, John Buscema, as they all passed away before our eyes, one of the last people that could tell some of those stories was Stan. And as he told those stories, there are times where a misconception that he was hogging the limelight. I never heard him say me. I heard him always say we, us, this. When I was on stage, he was always giving him credit. He's just the last person to tell the story, and people at times misinterpreted that he was hogging it. He didn't ask for everybody to say. He doesn't have the authority when people introduce him up on stage or at a show to say, the guy who created all of this, as much as he may have said, I co-created. The media will just give as much of a hype line as possible. We all know that. Sometimes to our advantage, sometimes to our disadvantage. So he didn't put those labels on himself, because I was with them dozens and dozens of times where he disavowed that. So I love the man. He was like a father to me. He's like, and there are moments now, even in the past, where I see some of those pictures, and I go, oh, I don't get to go on stage with them again, right? The joy we had is now, and I'm just going to have to put it in my mind. We all have the story, we all have it here. And like you, we just miss them. We just miss them to death. So thanks for listening. Thank you.